This is a 2002 Lexus RX300. I'm installing a backup camera in this car. Previously, I installed an Android head unit that really modernizes the look of this car. So I'm connecting the backup camera to this new Android head unit. Here's a quick look at the camera. It takes the place of one of the lenses for the lights, the two lights that illuminate the license plate. This is the piece of trim that's right above the license plate with the door handle. And you run the wires alongside the lighting wires and through this grommet, and then they will go through the same passage that this wire goes through. And to put the camera wire through the grommet that goes through the hatch, I sliced the grommet past the wire, then I've taped it back up, and then when I push it back through its opening, it will seal up tightly. Here is the wiring grommet right back where it goes. You can see where it's been cut, but it fits back in tight as can be. Here's a look at the wiring. These are the two plugs that connect to the camera once it's installed back on the car. Then the wires are getting power from the backup light wires. There's positive and a negative. And then the camera video wire runs through the side of the window, and then through this grommet, and then under the headliner, then along the edge of the headliner, all the way to the A-pillar on the passenger side, down the inside of the A-pillar, behind the glove box, and to the head unit. So it took a little bit of time and effort to run this wire, but it's not that complicated. In case that you're wondering about the wiring, this white wire with the black stripe is the ground wire for the backup light, and this red wire with a black stripe is the power wire for the backup light, and they both go to the backup light bulb. And so the power wire for the backup camera and the power wire for the trigger have both been tapped into the backup light power, and the ground wire for the camera is tapped into the backup light ground. Here is what the camera looks like installed on the car. It fits in a pretty secure position right above the license plate. If you still have the original unit like this one and it did not accommodate navigation or backup camera, you can still install the backup camera, but you'll have to use a little external monitor that you mount on the dash. Other than that, you follow the exact same procedure as this installation. I have the trigger wire set up on the camera, so when I shift into reverse, this powers the camera automatically. And these track lines are being generated by my head unit. The camera itself has the option for its own track lines, but these track lines on the head unit are adjustable and customizable. So I've decided to use these, and I've left the camera's own track lines disabled. Before closing it up and covering all the wires, I just wrap a little bit of tape around the junctions here. This is just so they don't wiggle loose. And here we are with the trim panels back in place. There are absolutely no visible wires anywhere. You would never know that we installed a backup camera. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have any questions about installing a backup camera in your RX300, please leave them in the video description below. And my shop cats, thank you. Your continued views of my videos support their existence here in the shop. This is what I'm talking about.